Kali Linux is one of the best Linux distribution for penetration testing. And most people who's working in this field prefer to use Kali Linux on any other platform. And the reason that they are preferring such distribution, it's because it has a lot of built-in tools and it keep getting updated. So you install it and you frequently update the tools and upgrade them as well, as you're gonna see. Now, to navigate into Kali Linux, we have a main menu here that include all the main penetration testing tools categorized. So you have the information gathering tools, where all the major tools that is used for information gathering are there. Maltego, many tools well known are there. ZenMap, Nmap, anything related or anything that you can use for gather information about victim are there. Some of them are graphical interface, some of them are command line, but it's worth going through them and check them. Vulnerability analysis. You have a lot of tools that will allow you to identify the vulnerability in any target, like Necto, like Nmap, different kind of tool for vulnerability analysis. Web application analysis, those tools that allow you to scan a web application and look for the vulnerability into web application, like OWASP Zap or like Brute Suite. It's an interceptor programs. So many of those tools. We have the database assessment tools that allow you to assess or to evaluate the database. Exploitation, password cracking, password attack tools that allow you to crack. So all the tools are here and they are categorized by type. Now, I know that during this course we will not be covering all the tools there, but I will encourage you actually to go yourself and try to navigate on those tools and see how they are working. And I'm going to give you some guidelines during this training on how to navigate into a new tool. You don't need to memorize steps. You don't need to memorize how to do specific tasks. But what you need to learn from this course, besides the basic core of the course, is how, if you saw a tool that seemed interesting, how to open it and how to start learning about this tool. We will be using most of the time a command line. We still have a lot of graphical tools, but I believe if you learn the command line and how to use the command line, that will be much more useful for you. So don't worry if you are spending too much time. Get to use or get to learn command line and get yourself familiar with the command line. This actually will help you during this course and during any penetration testing in the future. So most of the time you'll be going to the terminal and you're going to start writing down command and getting some results from there. Also, when you first install Linux, you will find that some of the major tools are there. Like for instance, the Metasploit. Metasploit, we're going to have a full section about Metasploit. But instead of keep searching inside the menu or typing command, you can open it from here right away. Or you have the Armitage, which is a sub-product for Metasploit, but the graphical interface instead of command line. Or Brute Suite, and so on. So this is like a shortcut menu from where you can open some of the tools. We have also the setting for Linux and the other tools that allow you to configure that as a regular operating system, changing the background, configure the sound, changing the display, and you can get that from the setting here, which represent like a control panel. Okay. We also have a browser here that will allow you to browse the internet and going to different websites and navigate and so on. So when you open Linux for the first time, Kali Linux, it's very familiar or very similar to Microsoft Windows. It's not command line anymore, so it's open graphically, and it's quite easy to use. So spend some time navigating here and there, and we're gonna focus about some specific tools that will help us in our course. Now, also I want to clarify regarding the file system. We have here like a file manager that you can open. Where is it? Here you go. And it will show you the different folder inside your home directory. You have the home, you have the desktop, you have the document, you have the download. Same exactly structure like Windows. But after all, Linux has a specific structure that is different than Windows. I mean, this is your home directory. It's very similar to Windows. I mean, if you go to Microsoft Windows and you open your home folder, you'll see that you almost have the same folder, which is a desktop, download, document, picture, music, and so on. So each home folder in Linux or Windows have the same component. But in Linux, the main filing system are different. And if you took my Linux course or my ethical hacking course, I explain this part. And just by going to other location here and you go to computer, you will see the structure of the filing system there, where we have some folders. And this is actually in any Linux distribution, not just Kali, but any Linux, where you have the bin has all the command are there. The boot has the file needed to boot the system. The etc has all the configuration file, network configuration, display configuration, password, all the configuration file are inside the etc. The mount, the var, for instance, has all the logs. So you need to go through the basic structure of Linux to be aware, because later on, if you need to check a log that has some error, you will be checking in the var folder. If you need to go through some configuration file, you need to go to the etc and so on. So each user has a home folder, but you need to know the basic structure, the hierarchical of the Linux. All the user home folder are under home. So depend about how many user you have, you'll find under home. Each user has its own home folder that has the subfolder, which is the home and desktop and document and download and so on. So this is mainly the filing system of Linux. During this course, you don't need to go that deep. Actually, it's not a Linux course. It's mainly a penetration testing course, an Android penetration testing. But still, get to learn more about the filing system and how Linux works. Definitely will help you. But this is not the scope of this course.